Greetings gastronauts, this is KeefCooks. I'm Keef, and today I'm going to do another Mexican thing. Oh yes, I'm going to make carne asada and fajitas. Carne asada, they reckon it means grilled meat. I reckon from my extensive knowledge of the Spanish language it actually means roasted meat, but we'll let that go. So, grilled meat, just a slab of steak, marinated and blasted on the barbecue or a griddle. Ooh! If you enjoy this video, give it a like, share, subscribe, etc. And let's get on with it. Carne asada. I'm going to talk about the meat first. So I've got 600 grams of skirt steak, aka flank, also known as hanger steak. I've never actually seen anything described as flank in the UK, but I have seen hanger steak. Anyway, the skirt is fairly common. So a little bit of fat on that, I'm going to leave that, but over here there's quite a lot of silver skin which I want to get rid of. I'm going to make up the marinade, so I'll need the juice of 2 limes. I keep thinking I should maybe get a proper juicer one of these days, but I used to have one and now I don't. It's not the end of the world. I'm going to mix up the marinade in this sealable bag. I actually spilt my lime juice earlier, which was not clever. 4 cloves of garlic, yes it is. In my dreams. 125 ml of orange juice, a small handful of coriander, cilantro, and 3 or 4 slices of jalapeno peppers. These are in a jar in brine. 2 or 3 teaspoons of Maldon sea salt. 3 actually. Seems like a lot, but it's absolutely essential. And a 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper. 60 ml of vegetable oil. 1 teaspoon of chipotle chili paste. And finally, 2 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. Okay, there it is. All the stuff in there smells amazing. So pop your beef in. Alright, so that can go marinate in the fridge for at least 3 hours, but not more than 12. You might think the longer the better, but actually after about 12 hours the meat is going to go mushy, not meaty. See you in 3 hours. Alright, the meat's had 3.5 hours marinating, so it should be ready to be cooked. But before I start that, because this will all happen quite quickly, I'm going to make some salsa. So I've got some tomatoes, a small bunch of coriander, cilantro, and, well, a bit of a red onion, not nowhere near that much. That much. And a couple of imaginary cloves of garlic, because I've still got none. And some tomato puree, or passata, just to give it a little bit of tomato sauciness. So there's the tomatoes and the onion. Chuck them in a bowl, and then finely chop the coriander. There we go, and a little squirt of puree, and set that aside until we need it. For my fajitas, or fajitas as we call them in England, I'm going to just chop these peppers into strips. And we want some strips of this onion as well. Now we're going to cook the steak, so take it out of the bag, wipe off any excess marinade from it. And you want a cast iron pan or griddle plate or an outdoor grill, barbecue kind of thing. And you want it smoking hot, you want it as hot as you can get it. If you're doing it indoors, open the windows, turn off the smoke alarm if you can, and put the extractor on, because it's going to get smoky. So I've got this spanning 2 rings. One on the left is very hot, one on the right is less so. So I'll cook the veggies on the left side, I'll cook the meat on the right side. So you want to get it up to at least 43 degrees Celsius, and then you can take it off the grill and rest it on a warmed plate tented in foil for 10 minutes, and the internal temperature will continue to rise so that it reaches 54 degrees Celsius, which is the correct temperature for medium rare. So for this I thought maybe 3 or 4 minutes, but actually after 4 minutes and 4 minutes it needed another 3 minutes to reach the temperature. So yeah, just, you know, be a bit flexible. Okay, resting time is up. Oh. So let's slice it up. You need to cut it against the grain. If you cut it with the grain, it's just not going to work. Okay, let's build a fajita. I've got a big tortilla, which I didn't make myself. Yay! And I'll just grab some carne asada. And the peppers and onions. And the salsa. And sour cream is good with this, if you've remembered to buy any. Here we go. Taste test time with me. Oh yeah. But the meat, you can really taste that marinade. It's fantastic. We're dripping. If you've ever wondered what's the difference between a fajita and a burrito, fajitas are just the sort of grilled meat and vegetables, whereas a burrito can include other things like beans, refried beans, cheese, etc. So apart from that, hardly any difference really. Alright, let's try my corn. My cobbette. There's supermarkets these days, they don't sell the whole corn on the cob, they just sell that cut in half. It's very tasty. So there we go, carne asada and a fajita, and it's just wonderful. What's not to like? So get your barbie out, get grilling, and thanks for watching, and see you next time.